Now the topic before us is historical overview of computer viruses. Computer viruses have been a persistent threat since the early days of computing. In the early 1970s, the first computer virus was known as Creeper virus. In the 1980s, viruses like the Morris worm and Michelangelo virus caused widespread damage. In the 1990s, there was the emergence of microviruses and email-based worms like Melissa and I Love You. The 2000s witnessed the rise of sophisticated malware like Conficker and Stuxnet, which were capable of exploiting weaknesses in the networks and causing havoc. Viruses continue to evolve with ransomware such as WannaCry and NotPetya causing major disruptions in the world in 2017. Then came COVID-19 related scams. During the COVID-19 pandemic, cyber criminals capitalized on the situation, launching various scams, phishing attacks, and distributing malware disguised as COVID-19 information or relief efforts. It means that when thousands of people were lying on the deathbeds during the coronavirus in 2019 and 2020. It was an opportunistic time for the cyber criminals. They were very happy that there was a pandemic and they used that time to launch their cyber attacks. They distributed their malicious software in the name of COVID-19 information or COVID-19 related relief efforts. And when the victims opened the email attachments or other such type of software which had been designed by the cyber criminals, they fell to the into the trap of the cyber criminals and they lost many and which caused them many financial losses and also the loss of their personal and confidential data. It is important to know now that as technology gets better, computer viruses and other forms of malware are also getting more advanced and complicated because the cyber criminals are very intelligent persons. They are always busy in developing new forms of viruses and malware so that they can make fool of the persons and the organizations and they can exploit the general public and the organizations from their money, from their personal data, and ultimately they want financial gain or they may want to take some revenge from some organization. The reasons why people make viruses have also changed with the passage of time. In the past, it was the viruses were created mostly for fun or to see what they could do. But with the passage of time, now the viruses are made to make money or to spy on others or to cause trouble or create chaos. Now we will go through some notable examples of significant virus outbreaks. Here we will discuss few of them very briefly. First is Morris worm 1988. This worm was created by Robert Tuppen Morris. It spread incredibly swiftly, that is, very fastly it spread. Within 24 hours of its release, it infected 10% of all internet connected computers. This worm raised awareness about the potential dangers of self replicating malware. Another is I Love You 2000. I Love You worm is also known as love bug or love letter. It spread via email and it infected millions of computers. It caused widespread damage by overwriting files. This worm led to billions of dollars of damage in economic losses. This worm also briefly shut down the UK Parliament's computer system. Onalde Guzman, Philippines, the creator of this worm, expressed regret in an interview 20 years later, saying he never intended the malware to spread as far as it did. Next is Code Red 2001. It is a computer worm which was observed on the internet in July 2001. This worm attacked computers running Microsoft's IIS web server. IIS means Internet Information Services server of Microsoft. This worm caused significant disruptions. It This worm highlighted the importance of promptly patching software vulnerabilities. Next is SQL Slammer. It is a 2003 computer worm. This worm exploited a weakness in the Microsoft SQL server. It spread rapidly, infecting nearly 75,000 computers in 10 minutes. It caused widespread internet congestion and it was able to disrupt critical services. Next is Configure 2008. It was a highly sophisticated worm and it infected millions of computers in over 190 countries throughout the world. This worm did not cause much harm. Why? When it had infected a large number of computers worldwide, why it did not cause much harm? The possible reason could be that its creators, who were thought to be Ukrainian citizens, were too scared to use it due to the attention it had received, because this worm had spread throughout the world and it had received much public attention, and the creators had become afraid that if we use it, they may not be caught. As a result, 4 men were arrested and one of them admitted guilt and received a 4-year prison sentence. Next is Stuxnet 2010. It was a highly complex computer worm that targeted industrial control systems. This worm seriously sabotaged Iran's nuclear program. Many experts believe that this worm was jointly created by American and Israeli intelligence services. Next is WannaCry ransomware attack 2017. It was a ransomware attack that hit the organizations around the world in 2017. This ransomware spread rapidly across networks. It encrypted files and demanded a ransom in Bitcoin for their release. One of the largest agencies which was affected by this ransomware attack was National Health Services Hospitals in England and Scotland, and up to 70,000 devices including computers, MRI scanners, blood storage refrigerators and theater equipment were affected by this ransomware attack. These are just a few examples of significant virus outbreaks. These viruses left a lasting impact on the field of cybersecurity and helped the cybersecurity experts in shaping the development of defense mechanisms against malware and cyber threats. It means that after going through the modus operandi and the forms of various forms of virus attacks, the cybersecurity experts were able to frame their own defense mechanism so that they can combat the new viruses which may come into existence later on. Now we will like to conclude this course. A computer virus is a type of malicious software or malware that is designed to replicate itself and spread from one computer to another. A computer virus can cause disruption, destruction, theft, or espionage. No antivirus software can uncover all computer viruses, especially new ones, because if a computer virus is of very recent origin, the same will not be in the knowledge of the cyber security experts, and they will not have developed the antivirus or anti malware software to counter that virus. Computer viruses are created for various purposes such as to cause disruption, destruction, theft, espionage, prank, mischief, and experimentation. The main motive of these cyber criminals is to earn money by way of cyber attacks or by way of computer viruses. In some cases, the cyber criminals may make the use of computer virus to take revenge from some a particular individual or organization. Computer viruses may spread through email attachments or when we download something from malicious websites or we use infected removable storage devices such as USB drive or removable hard drive, or computer viruses may also spread through weaknesses in the network and social engineering. Malware and viruses are related terms, but yet they are different terms, although people often use them interchangeably. All viruses are malware, but not all malware is virus. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.